Hey everyone, and welcome back to the second part of the Von Haunt estate in Windenburg save file rebuild. And in this video, I'm doing the floor planning and interior decorating and the landscaping, that kind of thing. Whereas the first video was mostly just getting the shell of the property or the property or the lot or whatever you want to call it. Getting it right and all of that. But anyway, right now I'm working on the conservatory. I turned this into like a little wedding place, and I really like how it turned out. At first, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. I didn't know whether I wanted to like make it kind of like a greenhouse or what. And then I started looking at everything. You know, I kind of just took a step back and looked at it, and I was like, no, I think this would be a really good place to hold weddings and stuff. And so the lot itself isn't completely just look at this, look at that. There is at least something to do. With this one, I kind of went back to the way that EA had originally had it, where it was kind of a museum kind of thing. That's what I did with that, and I kind of like how it turned out, but I struggled with this one, which that seems to be the norm for me lately, with trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. But I ended up just settling on kind of making it more like a museum or whatever, kind of like a historical place where, you know, this family lived, or these noble people or whatever lived, and that kind of thing. You know, showing the what life was like in the past or whatever. And I like mostly how it turned out. That's not to say that I might not change it eventually, but for now I like it. To be honest, I don't really bring my Sims to this lot, even, you know, in any gameplay, really. It's rare. But I wanted to have another wedding venue, another place for Sims to be able to get married, because that seems to be the only reason that I bring my Sims to this lot, is whenever I want them to have a wedding. My other build that was on this lot was a little too clinical, I guess, but so I wanted to incorporate a little bit more color into this, and a little more, I don't know, what's the word? Well, just a little bit more color, because the other one was just very white marble, just cold and uninviting. So, I mean, I still like that, but I wanted to go with something a little bit more warm and inviting, because I don't, to be honest, I haven't ever really read all of the plaques and everything that in the original EA lot. So I don't really know if this was supposed to be the home of, you know, of the ghosts that hang out here. I assume that they, you know, that it is, because it's the Von Haunt estate. So I kind of just made it look like it was restored, you know. It was Windenburg Council took over it after, you know, took it over because there was no children or something, or no family and or descendants or anything like that. So that's kind of what I went for, was it was taken over by the Windenburg Council or whatever you'd call it, and restored it into a museum, which I think that's what EA was going for in the original. So I kind of just stuck with that. Right now I'm working on the kitchen and the dining area, although this changes because I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to do it. Again, as is with most of my builds lately, I have no idea going into them what I actually want to do. But then, you know, I guess that's why you have to trust the process, as they say. But so I ended up actually extending the kitchen and the dining room and just taking that whole hallway out right there, and which gave it a little bit more room for the dining table, even though you can't access the dining table. I mean, you could if you took the ropes out, but like I said, I was trying to kind of give it the museum feel, something to look at. Really not a lot to do in terms of that, but there's not a lot to do in the original default build or the pre-made build either. So anyway, I have no idea what period of time that this was supposed to have been frozen in or whatever, but I just kind of thought, if you're going to have a really grand later it will be a more grand dining room, then I would think that you would have a bar to serve the guests. But, you know, maybe that's just me. I don't know. But, so here I am extending everything because I just wanted, you know, more room so it wouldn't look so cramped. Now we're working on the bedrooms on the second floor, and they're all the same. They're all the same layouts and everything. They just have different colors. Because I really just didn't know. Again, I didn't know the story behind it. I probably should have kind of read up on it a little bit to kind of better convey what it was supposed to be. But to be honest, I couldn't be bothered because it's in my own save file, and there is no traces of the original or the pre-mades or anything like that. I mean, I think the ghost people that haunt this lot are still in the game because I don't think you can get rid of them. But up on the third floor is what I kind of envision, like the servants' quarters kind of thing. But now we're working on the landscaping, and I've tried to keep it somewhat minimal and well manicured. Actually, it's very well manicured. Everything is placed specifically in a certain spot, sort of. It's not, overgrown or anything like that, because I would think that if this is a tourist attraction, that there would be groundskeepers that would keep it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that what the Knights, whatever they're called in, the original Windenburg Club, isn't that what their whole purpose is, or one of their whole purposes is to maintain the grounds of the Von Haunt estate? I don't know. I haven't played with pre-mades in a bit, so I don't really know. Well, I mean, I haven't played with those pre-mades in a bit, and I think even when I did, it was in my save file, but EA's pre-mades, and I didn't have the same clubs and everything, because they kind of get deleted whenever you move them to your library and move them to another save. So so it's been a while since I've just played in the default pre-made new save kind of thing. So, but anyway, I think we are about to head into the screenshots in a few seconds. Just kind of add in the finishing touches. Gosh, I can't speak today. And anyway, if you want to download this build, it is available on my gallery at sweetiewright_84. And if you like this video, give it a like, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!